little bit. It's getting a bit flame grilled. Righto, let's talk cooking.
Yes, as you can see, Pete is just shoveling our shashliks around. They are actually our favorite cooking tool on the road, but unfortunately, in Europe it's very hard to find a place where we are allowed to make a fire, so we don't cook with them as often as we wish.
But it is not the end of the world. We have many options. So places like Australia, New Zealand, America, good countries, you're allowed to have fires, and we have a lot of freedoms that you don't have in Europe. But one thing I think is pretty universal, no matter where you are, is a jet boil. Jet boils are absolutely fantastic, but they are limited. They're limited in a few ways. Yes, they boil water very fast. There's a million YouTube videos about jet boils, so I'm not going to spend hours talking about them. But one sort of problem is you can't really cook. And I had that perfect. Now I've moved it and it's not sitting as well. You can't cook stuff in the pot. What they're all really good for is boiling water and doing your boil in the bag. So we're going to do boil in the bag rice tonight, and that's actually just about ready. They are fantastic for if you have some sort of emergency and someone's got hypothermia. You can heat water up really fast. You can get a hot drink in someone, just boom, done. So you can cook on them. There's the little cooking top. You can use that. Now, we don't carry a great deal of stuff in regards to cooking gear, nor do we carry pots like to eat out of and things like that. We just do it like our clothing. We layer everything. We have multiple purposes for everything. And yeah, so we have this guy here.
Simple and light.
Simple and light.
That's what we do.
We have one fork, one spoon, and we carry one knife. In this bad boy here, we carry our seasonings, our soups and things like that. And we have lots of salt and pepper and spices because we like to cook with meats. Like today we're doing chicken with chili. Got this little bad boy here. So that's a handle. And the cool thing is the lid also turns into a fry pan. And I'm going to add a cool little video right now.
The kitchen.
And through the magic of television, we are back. And if I didn't find that video, this will look ridiculous, but I'm sure I'll find it. So the other thing we carry is just one pot. This came from a dodgy little market in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, and cost about $3. Again, little simple cooking pot. It's flattened just to make it fit nice and evenly in the bag. And we of course put everything inside little black bags like this.
And this handle is here because we did cook with that pot a lot in the fire as well.
Yeah.
So you can use a stick picking it up.
Or that.
Or this.
Yeah. So yeah, it just goes in a little bag, just so it doesn't put black crap all through our bags. Keeps everything nice and clean, nice and compact. Everything is multiple use. And one thing that we actually really swear by is this little plastic Tupperware container. It's good for leftovers, and it keeps our 5-minute noodles from getting broken. In Australia, these are 2-minute noodles because Australians are obviously far more evolved than Europeans and are able to cook their noodles a hell of a lot quicker.
Interesting.
But bamboo chopping board, $2 from the dodgy little Chinese shop, and I've just super glued that on the top there. And great for cutting up meat before it goes on our sarde sticks and on the fire. And I give that a wipe with the old antibacterial crap just to make sure our food preparation surface is as clean as possible. Just remembered another drawback with the jet boil is these gas bottles are basically impossible to find east of sort of Romania. You can get them in Ulaanbaatar, you'll get them in Almaty, you'll get them in Bishkek, you'll get them in places like that. They'll probably cost you 3 times as much. You also can't technically fly with them. So if you're heading over from America or something to Mongolia, there is one outdoor shop you can grab them in, but likely you're not going to find them. What you can get is a little adapter. They're about $10, you get it on Amazon, that you can convert the Chinese style sort of beer bottle shaped bottles. They can actually run on the jet boil, so you can quite easily do that. But as far as cooking goes, look, cooking in the field is fantastic. It's great fun. I love it. Hygiene is a must, and not burning yourself is also a must, and also drinking large amounts of wine while cooking, that's also a must. We'll do another video on food, simply because it's a big topic and me and Louisa disagree on it. So she can do half, I'll do another half. One half will be good, the other half will be Louisa's half, and yeah.
See for yourself.
She's a chef, what would she know?
What would I know?
But cooking.
Righto.
This is how we cook.
How did the chicken look?
I think it looks like I need to turn it. This is how we cook, but we move light and fast. We gallop lots. We enjoy ourselves, and we're prepared to make sacrifices. Ride your ride. We say it again and again and again.
And again.
Oh, I do that. That's what I'm about. If you want to have a cappuccino maker, or head off into the wilderness for 4 months with a string of pack mules, you'll probably cook very differently from us. But for us, this is we live well.
Yeah, we do.
We live really well, really well. So I'm going to wrap this video up with something pretty special. Back in New Zealand, I used to do, well, obviously a hell of a lot of hunting because it was my job. And there's nothing I enjoyed more than heading off into the bush with my best mate, Rowan. Now, me and Rowan, we'd always take one of the 3 kings each. That's Stone's Green Ginger Wine, Sherry, or Port. And for my, I think it would have been my 38th birthday, we headed off into the Kaimai Mamaku Forest Range to do a bit of hunting. We managed to get very drunk instead of hunting deer, and we caught a beautiful big eel and a heap of kura, which are little freshwater crayfish. So I give you Cooking with Rowan and the 3 Kings. Enjoy.
Cookery with Rowan 101.
First return the eel. There we go. And as you'll see, our kura are just coming up to the boil. And in a later episode I'll show you how to saute them off with a little bit of green ginger wine. I've just decanted the water off the kura there, and we'll just add a bit of seasoning, a bit of black pepper, just to taste, and a bit of salt to cut the sort of freshness of these fresh kura. And as the pan comes up to temperature, we're just going to splash just a little green ginger wine in there. Can't name any brands.
Stones.
Oh. And that'll be perfect. It needs to just simmer away for another minute and infuse those things with just enough ginger just to light my fire.
Is that the main course sitting next to them, is it, Rowan?
Yep. Turn the camera around and you just see how nice that flesh is starting to cook, and all the fat out of it's starting to bubble.
Some hinu coming out of that, eh?
There is some hinu coming out of that mofo. Yum.
Scoff on that in just a few moments. Cooking with Rowan.
Now these kura here, or freshwater crayfish to you honkies, are well and truly cooked, but this green ginger wine is just reducing off to a lovely sauce. Oh, it's beautiful. I think it's just about done.
Give it a try, Rowan. Give it a try.
We'll just hook one of these lovely things out.
Peel
Just
it.
like a crayfish, only smaller. Oh, beautiful. Just enough ginger to...
And for our home viewers, believe it or not, that eel actually smells
amazing.
really, really good. Rip a bit off, Rowan. Have a crack at it. You got that fork, eh? Bit up on that neck, mate. Be alright. Get a bit of that there, eh?
So Rowan and me have been best mates for about 20 years now, and we love every chance we can get to go out hunting, fishing, or just camping and stuff with just our mates or with the kids. And yeah, look, it's some of the happiest days of my life have been spent on a mountainside somewhere with either my mates, my partner, or guys I was in the army with. I think we as humans are going wrong in so many directions. I think that we suffer from a really massive lack of empathy, a lack of understanding, and we've become so isolated and insulated from reality and from the real world. For me personally, I find there is nothing more pure than a genuine, uninterrupted conversation with people you love, people you care about, under the stars, cooking food that you've had an intimate relationship, whether you were catching them with your hands out of a creek 5 minutes ago, like those kura, or the eel. It was just swimming up the creek. We just jumped in, we grabbed it, threw it up on the bank, and that's our dinner. It was hilarious. We had a great time. We had a good laugh, and to cook together as we're drying our clothes, drying our socks, talking about our relationships, our hopes, our dreams, and drinking some booze. Dare I say it? It's great fun. I love it. The inhibitions go. You just melt, and it's just this prehistoric canvas of all of these things that just fulfill the human soul. And when you add that empathetic connection with an equine as well to all of this cooking for me is one of the centerpieces of why I love life on the road so much. It's why I love equestrian travel. It gives me everything that I don't get from society. I mean, I've had beautiful meals all over the world. I've eaten in Michelin star restaurants. I've drunk $1,000 bottles of champagne. I've stayed in first class lounges. All of that kind of stuff. It does nothing for me. It does nothing for me compared to, a night on a mountainside with someone I truly care about, drinking a cheap bottle of green ginger wine, cooking some kura out of the creek, and an eel that was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So if you can truly learn to love cooking in the field, on a trip, I'm telling you, it's the icing on the cake. I really mean it. I really do. I love it. I live for it.